What's good, everybody? Corbino here, and this is the first of this video series. I'm not sure if I'm going to call it What I Wanted or not. I figure I'll just call it that. Anyways, this is going to be basically me going back and looking at, comic books or movies or video games or shows, whatever, and talking about what I was wanting to happen in that franchise, but it ended up going a different route, or what I think would have been a good idea for it, or maybe I didn't even want it originally, but now that I have what we have, I look back and I'm like, that could have been better if we did it this way. The first one we got here is going to be the DCEU, DC Extended Universe. I got some Walking Dead ones planned, Arrowverse ones planned. I got other ideas, but the ones that are planned. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. The DCEU at this point of recording is Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Justice League, Aquaman, Shazam. I think that's the correct order. Now what I'm thinking is, we could have made a successful DCU, and still, in my opinion, the DCU is still overall good. Obviously, the people that are making the DCU and the critics and whatnot don't think that, because now they're going to a more of they're connected but they're not connected route, and Batman is officially gone, or Ben Affleck, and it still seems like Henry Cavill's leaving, and it sucks. And then I just saw something about Jesse Eisenberg saying he's leaving. I'm going to show you what I wish they would have done. Release Man of Steel. Boom, that's it. There you go. Next movie we do, though, is The Batman. The one we originally had planned, where Ben Affleck's directing, starring, writing, or whatever, and Deathstroke's going to be the bad guy. That's cool, too. Have Deathstroke as the bad guy. Have a Batman movie. Say that he's been Batman for 20-ish years, like they were saying in Batman v Superman. And this movie could take place, they could have it come out in 2014. Have these movies I'm going to talk about 2014, 2015, since we didn't have anything. And what I'm thinking is, in that movie, we can have a Joker and Harley Quinn cameo. Yeah, Jared Leto's Joker isn't my favorite, but he could have been better, I'm sure. We just didn't have enough time with him, and the writing wasn't great. I think it would be cool to have quick cameos from them. Or even, I'm thinking, take the intro, the intro credits of Batman v Superman, where we see Batman's family die and how he becomes Batman, basically, but have that at the beginning of The Batman, so we don't have to sit through his origin again. We know the basics. Have that at the beginning, and maybe do sort of like an Incredible Hulk deal, where we also know the basics for that, so we sort of skim through it, a 5-year gap. This can be a decade thing. Have newspapers saying Clown Prince taken down, the Deadshot marksman or whatever, he's behind bars. Have Will Smith on the paper, or have Harley and Joker and his queen take out Robin. Have that on the papers. Give us a quick recap of everything through newspapers and clippings and flashbacks, just as the intro, like we've done with Watchmen, and we did with Batman v Superman, and the End of the Spider-Verse, some other things like that, because I think that works well. If we know the backstories of these characters overall, I think we can just do it that way. And so then we start the movie, and it's Batman, or Batfleck, he's fighting Deathstroke, and that's basically all we got to do there. If you want, we can have an end credit scene. I don't really know what we do, but we could have, I'm not sure. We could show Deadshot or something. Maybe show some of the Suicide Squad members previously, but we'll get to Suicide Squad later. Then we have Man of Steel 2, which we should have already had a Man of Steel 2, because Man of Steel was awesome, and I think there's enough people out there that like the movie to get a Man of Steel 2. Man of Steel 2 would introduce us to Lex Luthor. Now, again, it doesn't have to be full on. He doesn't have to be the bad guy, and it could still be Jesse Eisenberg. That's their take. I don't care. And if we didn't have that Lex Luthor, we wouldn't have all the funny jokes of the it's cherry, those are funny. Those are funny to watch videos and make jokes about those. We wouldn't have those. Yeah, he's not the best Lex Luthor, but still, it's what we have. And we introduced Lex Luthor, and he could just be a small cameo part, nothing, just get us ready for later on. and or maybe make him the bad guy. I don't know, but we can have, I don't know, Bizarro, Brainiac, some lower tier villain against Superman. I don't know who we'll have, but have someone like that be the bad guy. Then we'll move into Wonder Woman. That movie is basically the exact same. The only thing we don't do is the beginning and the end of the movie where we show her emailing with Batman. That's the only thing. And if we want, maybe we do see them emailing and they explain it further in Batman v Superman, or maybe they set it up in the Batman, you know? But we don't, the whole Wonder Woman movie can stay basically the same. And now we're in Batman v Superman. And that movie overall can stay basically the same. You know, the origin of Batman would leave, introduction of Lex Luthor would leave because we had already met him in Man of Steel 2. And end credit for Man of Steel 2, I was thinking, could have Lex Luthor creating Doomsday. There you go. Again, I don't know who the villain would be for that movie, but we could have that as an end credit scene. Him creating Doomsday and being like, perfect. The only thing that'll will destroy Superman is Doomsday or something, you know, like that. And, you know, fans are like, whoa! Batman v Superman, again, basically stays the same. And yeah, we can have those little video things to get us prepared for other heroes. But that'll be cool because at that point, we already know Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman pretty dang well. And we can see the little cameos of the other three, that's fine. And what I'm thinking is, in that movie, maybe we have a small scene of Batman fighting El Diablo or something. You know, just introduce a few of the Suicide Squad members, but also we don't even have to do that. But yeah, basically that movie's the same. Superman will die, but it helps because now we have seen Superman in 2 Superman movies, really got to know him and be like, damn, I really like this guy, I care about him. So if he dies, that's going to hurt me. And I think, yeah, we could wait longer, but also we don't have to, because we could also in the Batman lay some more seed for Superman, put in there in the background. Superman's out there doing awesome stuff, you know? Then, after Batman v Superman, we have Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, again, keep it about the same. I don't really understand why people hate it as much as they do. They're like, we didn't get to know the characters. But they introduced the characters the same way as they do in Guardians. Honestly, better. We get cool, like, tag, light up neon lights in Suicide Squad. In Guardians of the Galaxy, when they're arrested, freaking John C. Reilly is just like, yeah, da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, and it has some words, you know, there when they're getting their mugshots. And that's it. And then we get to know the characters throughout the movies. Just like with Suicide Squad, we got to know Deadshot, Rick Flag, Harley Quinn, and El Diablo throughout the movie. The rest, not so much, but still. That's 4, and in Guardians, it was 5. And I feel like we didn't really get to know Groot or Drax really that much. Now, honestly, we really got to know Star-Lord and Gamora, I guess. As well as we got to know... Anyways, Suicide Squad's still about the same. Superman's dead, and Amanda Waller's trying to figure out what to do about that. And what's also cool is, we've already been introduced to some of these characters in previous movies. Just, you know, little cameos, small roles. But, you know, that would be cool. And then we go to Justice League. And again, Justice League is basically the same. Yeah, it's not a masterpiece, but it still did the job for me, and... if they wanted my input on how to make the movie, then I'm sure they'd come get me. They don't want our input, people, so stop complaining about it. These people are getting paid the big bucks to make these movies. They're still making money back, whether it's a bajillion or a million. You know, they're still making all this money back. Well, sometimes they're not always, but I'm pretty sure all the DC movies made their money back. So keep it basically the same, because I can't say shit. I'm not the one directing and writing the movie. They didn't come to me for that shit, because I'm not qualified. These people are obviously more qualified than me. Yeah, it's not going to be a masterpiece, but oh well. Justice League will be about the same. We meet Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg. We get to know them better in that movie. Yeah, basically the same. Superman does come back in a black suit, though. I will say that. Maybe not a mullet, maybe a mullet. I don't know. But that's basically about the same. And then we have Aquaman. Same movie. Takes place after Justice League, and he references stuff with that. And then we go to Shazam. Same movie. Really, what did I added 2 movies to the DCEU and pushed and rearranged some of them just a little bit. But I think the DCU could have really thrived if they went this route. Introduce some more characters before, because they did. I know they tried to rush to catch up to Marvel, and then they realized, well, maybe we shouldn't rush like we are. And that sucks because it was sort of, a little too late. But if they would have went this route, I think they could have been more successful. And even if, the movies, they're still not doing that great, which sucks. Yeah, Aquaman and Shazam did amazing. Wonder Woman did pretty dang good. But overall, no one's still really excited for these movies. And they have them all gapped out years apart. And we're just... But I think if we would have went this route, it could have been good. And even if we didn't, we should still... They should have not kept pushing back the Batman movie. I know there's behind-the-scene conflicts, but we should have just got it out. Man of Steel 2, we should have done. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think about the DCU, how it is, how you think it's gonna be, what you wish they would have done, other stuff like that. And let me know some topics down below that I should do on what I wish would have happened. It can be Ninja Turtles, it can be Power Rangers, Rick and Morty, anything really. Let me know that down below, and until next time, stay geeky.